Welcome to the Standpoint. How has your year been so far? I'm sure God has been merciful. No. Don't even look at your problems right now, because whatever it is, you have life. And once you have life, that's all that matters. It's the beginning of a new decade. Positive thinking, positive positioning, faith in God, determination, and focus. Passion that whatever it is, we are going to get moving. The year 2020, our theme is Woman, You Have a Story. And what is your story? My guest today has a story. We've heard her name. She's making Ghana proud, putting Ghana out there. A young lady, and I am so proud of her, and she inspires me. That I even have goosebumps as I talk about her. Doing amazing things. But it's easy for us to sit back and assume that it is easy for her. She was born with a golden spoon, in her mouth, and everything is smooth and all that. Today, I just want her to inspire us, all of us, both old and young, male and female, to let us know that if she is doing it, then we can do it. Honestly, I don't know her full story. All I know is about the achievements, which inspires me and makes me proud of her. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today is the one and only Dentaa MBE. You don't understand that one. We'll explain later. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get to meet her. But let me say thank you to GTP for my club. This is Adepa. GTP Adepa. They have Adepa Dumas, they have Enstroma, they have new style, they have Safwa. So many different types. And whatever it is, make sure that this year is still the year of return. We're enjoying the year of return. So let's be Ghanaian in everything that we do. Thank you to Brie Redra for sewing it for me. My makeup product, always by Maybelline New York, and beautifully applied by Nax Beauty Studio. And my beats always by New Trendy Trends. We take a break. When we come back, listen, I can't wait to hear her story. Dentaa MBE, honored by the Queen of England. Prince Charles writes to her. We'll be back shortly. See you.
To the women who inspire, thank you for the push to always do better. To the boss ladies who keep it lit while handling their business, cheers. To the Facebookers and those who do it for the gram, we see you, fam. To the mothers, friends and sisters who are there for others and still do great things for themselves, you are the real MVPs.
For every occasion, we've graced alongside you, for making us a part of all you do. GTP has come this far because of you. Yet Damase. We love you, God. Thank you for the gift of you.
Hi, I'm Nana from TapTapSend. TapTapSend is a mobile app that enables money transfers from Europe to Ghana without charging any commission or sending fees. Why should you send with TapTapSend? It's easy to download, the rates are excellent, and there are no sending fees. Where can you download it? On your mobile phone on the Google Play Store or Apple Store. Just type in TapTapSend and the green bird should appear. And there you have it. Tap tap and send money today. If you have any further questions, call our free number. To stay up to date with all the latest updates, follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
Welcome back to The Standpoint. If you just joined us, my guest today is an amazing young woman doing great things for Ghana, for herself, for her family. And today, we are privileged to have her on The Standpoint to share her story with us. This year, our theme for The Standpoint and everything that we do is about women and their stories. Every woman has a story, the before, the now, and the future. And today, I have Dentaa MBE, member of British Empire. She's also the Chief Executive Officer of GDA Enterprise. They do so many things, and she's here to wow all of us and to inspire us. But before that, let me say thank you to our supporters. Go-Got Yogurt. As a woman, yogurt is very good for you. And if you're going for yogurt, it has to be Go-Got Yogurt. And Juice Time, 100% fruit juices. These days, we are all being careful and conscious about our health. It's so, so important. Thank you to Royal Drinks and Awake Purified Mineral Water by Casa Preco Company Limited. Cake Technique International, thank you. Thank you, House of Foods, Auntie Vera and your team. We are so grateful to you for continuously supporting us all these years. Thank you to Mami Fridays Bakery and Catering Services. And of course, Dream Over, who power our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh. Yep Cleaning Services, we say thank you to Yep Cleaning Services who take care of our environment. Every event you are having, any type of cleaning you want to do or have in your home, your office, call Yep Cleaning Services. But hey, my guest today is an amazing young woman, Dentaa Amwating, MBE, member of British Empire, and she is the CEO of Guba Enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this amazing woman. You know, sometimes I read about, I get posts from her, updates all the time, and I'm like, wow. Sometimes I may not say anything, but I'm like, wow, thank God for her life. Thank God for her life. I mean, it's so important looking ahead and seeing people who are achieving ahead of you, looking around you, you have your age group who are also achieving together, and then looking behind people younger than you and doing amazing, greater things than you were doing or people ahead of you doing, and that is how it should be. And I'm so proud of you, Dentaa.
Thank you so much, and it's an honor to be here. I've been wanting to be on this show. I've been waiting for that call. When that call came, I was like, yes, when? But thank you so much. It's an honor to be on this show.
I am
I've always
privileged.
watched it, and I'm just like, oh, when is Auntie gonna invite me to come on her show?
Or no more. As if you have the time. Good to have you back home.
Thank you.
Year of return.
Year of return.
And I know you started talking about this in years, and you started bringing people to Ghana to do stuff, you know, especially from the UK. And then last year, 2019, you had the Guba Awards in US, and I said, watch this space, Ghana.
Yes.
This girl is going to bring people. And it's amazing the kind of people you had at the Guba Awards, the first ever Guba Awards in the US.
It was incredible. I mean, you know, when you have a vision and you're not sure, because I don't live in the US.
Yeah.
And so it was just amazing the fact that we were able to pull off such a huge event for our first time. And I must say big thank you to, you know, when you do these things, sometimes people just think, oh, it's Dentaa, but you have a team.
Yeah.
Just like yourself, when you're doing the production, there's a team of people that actually make it all happen, and then you are the face of it. And so I must say, you know, the UK team who flew out to the US to make sure that things happen. Fred Darkon of Evolution, who has been with us for such a long time, doing the production in the US. It was amazing, and we're looking forward to the next one.
So how were you able to get all these great men, the Prime Minister of where?
Yeah, so we had obviously the president, we had the ECOWAS president, we had, you know, CEOs of different dignitaries, and it was amazing.
And it was around the time of the
UN General
Assembly.
Which was a busy time. So we were, you know, we were
You
scared
are one
that
daring young woman.
very daring. People were like, really, you want to do it around that time? But around that time, people are already there. So you just have to make sure that you position your one very well and then get the people there. And luckily for us, you know, God's favor.
What pushes you?
I push myself. I challenge myself each and every time. When I do an event, I assess it and I want to do it bigger the next time. I'm one person that I feel like we need to always challenge ourselves to make ourselves better. It's nice to compare yourself to other people and say, you know, you look up to this person, you want to achieve that. But it's you have to, it's all about what you can do. Because that person is doing their own thing. And it's all about being you. What can you do to impact society? How can you, move forward from where you were before? And so, and I have a team that challenge me as well. They're like, what's next now? What are we doing next? Where are we going next? And so I'm always trying to challenge.
Now, the Gooba Empire started with the Gooba Awards.
Yes.
And then move on to trade shows.
Yep.
To
The
now
careers. We have the careers, Gooba Careers.
Yes, and then
Gooba Foundation.
And you have the Gooba card.
Yes, we've got Gooba Diaspora card.
How did the Gooba story start?
Okay, so with Gooba, myself and my husband were sitting down 2009, and we were just watching people on TV, great people, like, oh, this person, they haven't been rewarded by a community. Look at them, oh my God, they're Ghanaian, this is... And so we were like, oh, my husband was like, let's do an award ceremony that celebrates Ghanaians. So the Gooba is actually my husband's idea. All things Gooba, actually. He's the one that gives me the ideas, and I front it and I push it. So I called a couple of friends and I was like, guys, look, I've got this idea. What do you think? They're like, yeah. And then we had a meeting, and then we just kicked things from there. Sometimes you have a vision. You can't do it on your own. So you have to call people to come and help you. And so don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to call on people to assist you at the beginning.
Someone will steal
the idea. But you know what? Sometimes when God gives you the idea, no one else can do it but you. And so you don't have to be afraid of that. You just have to be really prayerful. That's important. And then let God lead you. So I'm not afraid to share my ideas. And my husband and I, we pray about it. And then we just move it forward. You know, there's so many award ceremonies. Right. So what's going to make your one different? That's the key.
What was the full meaning of Gooba?
So we started off as Ghana UK-based Achievement Awards.
Okay.
That's where we start. Ghana UK-based Achievement Awards.
Okay.
But we've kind of moved away from that, and we are Grow, Unite, Build Africa.
Grow, Unite, Build Africa. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That is really...
Because we started off in the UK, just looking at the bilateral relationship between Ghana and the UK. So that's how I got my MBE, was the fact that, I was always trying to do trade missions between the two countries. So I'd bring SMEs. So the Gooba Expo brings SMEs from Ghana to the UK. We meet the likes of Tesco's, Asda, see if they are interested in getting some of our products. Because I'm one, and I'm just like yourself, I love made in Ghana products. I feel like our products should be out there just as much as, their products are in our country. And so, we would live in, let me go back to Gooba, we were in our living room, and then I called a couple of friends, and then we did the first event. We were sold out 3 weeks to the event. So to do the awards, I had to sell my car. At that time, I had one child, so he was 1 at the time. Because when you are starting out, sometimes you won't get people that believe in you to sponsor you, and sometimes you have to sacrifice. Yeah. And so I had to sacrifice the car that my husband had just bought me when I had my first child. Yes, sold the car, brand new. But I had to sacrifice because I wanted this vision to work. And for it to work, you're not going to expect the person that's working for you to sacrifice their car. You have to do it. It's your baby, it's your vision. And so I did that. I remember the struggles. I remember just one time after the awards, just walking and with my son in the rain, trying to go shopping, and I was like, my car's gone.
It finally dawned on you.
Yeah, my car's actually gone. So you will go through that process, but and it's part of the journey.
Is it worth it?
When you look back 10 years later, you're like, it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. And so, sold my car, did the event. We had Osibisa there. We had people from the BBC, Channel 4. We had the Black Stars there. It was amazing. We had a Samoa Jam. We had all of the Black Stars. And it was an amazing event. And it just grew from there. Right. And then we birthed, through Gooba, we birthed the Gooba Expo, which is about a trade mission. Gooba Careers, which looks at the diaspora coming back home. Gooba Foundation, which at the time looked at autism, supporting families living with autism. We've raised money to raise an incubator for a hospital at the Garn West Hospital, which we donated last year. And recently we brought some nurses over from the UK, NHS nurses, to have an experience at Ghana hospitals here. From that, I remember when we started that, we had so many nurses apply, and then people kept on dropping out. And then we managed to bring 5, so there was 4 Ghanaian nurses and 1 Jamaican nurse that came. And after that, after we started doing the promo, we've had 150 nurses that want to come from the UK to come and work and have an experience in Ghana. And I'm talking about all over. So people from the US, Europe have heard about it, and now they all want to be part of it. So it's exciting. And we're also planning on taking nurses from Ghana to the UK to also have that experience in the UK setting and how nurses work in that environment as well.
Wow. So how far, before I take the break, where do you want to take Gooba now? The Gooba Empire. And it is an empire, honestly.
Yeah, so with the awards, I want the awards to be like our Oscars, our Grammys.
It's already our Oscars, really.
It needs to be televised worldwide. And for me, when it gets there, I'll be satisfied. Even though we're looking at Africa now, I want people to love their country. We're not very patriotic as Ghanaians. I feel like we need to be more patriotic and love our country. If we love our country, we wouldn't do certain things. We shouldn't always blame government, but it starts off with us as individuals. How do we do that? How do we, better ourselves and better our community? And so, I want Gooba to be a global organization.
And I say amen to that.
Amen. Amen.
Amen to
Amen.
that. Wow, amazing. How often do you come to Ghana?
So for the last 2-3 years, I'll say I'm more in Ghana than in the UK.
And that's why I said, because, sometimes I can see you or hear you are in UK today. The next moment, I go to TBC and you are there. And I'm like, what happened? How did she get here? How can she be? But it's just, this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a proud daughter of Ghana and doing, and I'm not saying it. Anybody who knows her knows that she's total Ghana. Her accent, and this is not Ghana, but she's everything Ghana. Well, we take a break. When we come back, we get to know the name Dentaa. What does it even mean? What story does it tell? Well, again, I say thank you to GTP, who, gave me the fabric. This is Adepa, and Dentaa is wearing Adepa Dumas. We are very, very proudly GTP,
yes.
Everywhere we go. Timeless, you see the age, the younger generation, the middle class, the 50, you know what I mean. And my dress was made for me by Bray Radio. Thank you so much. Who made your dress?
Eugene the Wise.
Oh, Eugene the Wise. Okay, lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. Makeup products by Maybelline, New York, and then applied by Nax Beauty Studio. My beats always by New Trendy Trends, and I fix my hair at Exotic Trends, especially the Marina Mall branch. We take a break. When we come back, we get to know Dentaa. We know the Gooba story, but the Dentaa story. We'll be back. Hi, my name is Gifty, and I'm the author of this book, A Bit of Me. Now, have you read it yet? Have you bought a copy yet? Well, if not, I recommend my own book to you. This book is currently the most sought after inspirational book across the world. For a long time, it was the #1 on Amazon survival biographics category. Yes, the same book written by a Ghanaian, that's me. It's inspirational, it's motivational, and it's very easy to read. The testimonies and the feedback we've had have been amazing. If you haven't got a copy yet, or you have got a copy, can you be kind enough to buy a copy of A Bit of Me and give it out as a present to somebody you care about, somebody you want to motivate, somebody you want to invest into his or her life, somebody you want to bless? You can call 0543 618182, 0543 618182. Grab a copy of A Bit of Me and give it out as a present to yourself, to your family member, to your child, and to a loved one, and even to a stranger. Thank you. Welcome back to The Standpoint. Thank you so much to Kodam's Gifts and Stationery for supporting us. We're so grateful to them. My guest is Dentaa Amoating MBE. And MBE is Member of the British Empire. How did you feel when you were given that honor? I saw the pictures. You looked so lovely in your kente.
Thank you. It was done by Christy Brown.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it was a shock, honestly. When I read the letter, I thought that they had written to the wrong person. It can't be me. I've only just started. Because, okay, growing up, when I used to hear about MBEs and OBEs, it was usually the older people that were getting it, you know, that had been in the, you know, in their field for a very, very long time. And at the time, I think we were only like 5 or 6 years into GUBA. So I didn't expect the impact that we had made for the Queen of England. To say that, you know, you're deserving of an MBE award. So, and, you know, you never know who nominates you. You don't know the process. They just, and they do their research. They obviously, you know, before they give you that endorsement, it has to go through a process. So it was an honor to be honored. And I still, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, wow, you know, it was a special
one
moment.
thing I noticed about you, the few times that I've heard you speak at places, you always give honor to your husband and acknowledge him. And today I'm finding out that the whole GUBA idea was like your husband, you know, talking to you about it and pushing you and giving the name and everything. How does he feel when everything is Dentaa? And when the MBE came, they gave it to Dentaa.
He loves it. He loves it, the fact that, you know, he's in the background. He's somebody that doesn't want to be in the forefront at all. He's like, look, I'll get the ideas, I'll instill it in you, and you run with it. And that's kind of the relationship that we have. We have such a strong relationship. He's my friend, he's my best friend, he's my husband, he's my partner in business and everything. And so it's easy. It's easy for him because he knows what I'm doing because it's his idea. Well, you brought me here. Now I'm busy. Now I'm flying here. I'm flying there. It's all because of you. And he understands that, and it just makes things so easy for me because.
But you know, not all women. That's why I respect the fact that you give him the recognition and acknowledgement because not all women have it your way. Not all men can, you know, handle that, accept that. You know, the so-called ego, you know, be bruised. And you'll get people telling him too. And sometimes we blame, but you get people telling him that, but why you did that? Your wife always they go here. Hey, you know, they worry every time your wife, you know, things like that. But it takes a stronger man to really say that is my wife. Wherever she goes, she is Amoating. And that is my name.
Absolutely.
And then she knows,
Absolutely. And I think that it's always good to give honor where honor is due.
Exactly.
If it's not your creation, if it's not your idea and it's somebody else's idea, it's okay to acknowledge that.
Exactly.
And I will always forever acknowledge that, the fact that, you know, it was him and it's him. And so, you know, even though sometimes like, do you have to, even at the end of GUBA Awards last year, GUBA Awards USA, I said, you know, I recognized him at the end of the event. And he was like, Charlie, why do you have to go and do that? Charlie, you know. And, you know, he sweats, he starts sweating. He doesn't want anything to do with it. But I always like to appreciate him.
How was growing up like for you?
Growing up, so I was born in Jaso. Asante Achim.
Hey, Ashanti girl.
Yes. That's where Obo is from.
I know,
and that's where Sarkodie is from. So I just want to just to put it in perspective of the little village that we have.
I hear you.
So I left when I was 5. So, I was born in Jaso, then I moved to Accra. To my parents then left to go to the UK. So
virtually, despite the rap, you were born in the village?
I was born in the village. I'm a village girl. Yeah. I'm proud of the village. Jaso, so I was born in the village, Jaso, and then I moved to Accra, I think around the age of 3. And I only spoke Ga, a little bit of Chi. And then I went to the UK to join my parents in 1989. I remember it was December, it was freezing. I had short hair, I looked like a boy. And I landed, and then I met my parents for the first time, and they didn't understand Ga. So trying to communicate, they were like, what are you talking about? You know? And so that's when
And the brothel wasn't there.
The brothel wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so, you know, started speaking the Chi. And so I'm gutted because now I don't speak Ga. And my husband speaks Ga. And sometimes I know he's saying things to me. And I don't understand it, and it's frustrating. But anyway, but no, growing up was, it was challenging at first because when I came, all I knew was Bordenu Kuntumri.
From Drasso.
From Drasso.
And Abomdienbi.
Abomdieno.
Thank you.
You understand? And when I got to the UK, they're telling me to eat burger and chips. I was like, what's this? How? I don't understand. So I used to eat the burger, the meat in the metiasie. So I used to eat. I didn't understand it, and I got bullied because I was dark. I had short hair. I didn't look like a girl. So I was bullied a lot at school before I started speaking proper English and all of that. And also, I started my period very early, at the age of 8.
8? Wow.
8 years old. And so I got bullied again when I started because I used to leak. I couldn't control it.
Yeah.
And I was a very sporty person. And so you'll find that, you know, as I'm playing sport, I've leaked and people are behind me, they're all laughing. And so it was challenging in primary school.
And, you know, that's one thing that, I think 2-3 years ago, I did a program on, you know, the menstrual crisis. And people had taken it for granted until we did that program because that can be traumatizing. You know, you can be scarred for quote-unquote life because of the way you be teased.
Oh my
and after today,
God.
you know, that's why we're talking about these sanitary towels and pad thing, that government must take the tax off it.
Yeah.
Because some girls still, especially in the rural community, don't go to school because they'll be laughed at when they soil themselves.
Of course, it was traumatic. I remember the first time, so it happened at school when I found out that I was having a period. So I went to the toilet, my belly was hurting me, you know, I went to the toilet and then there was blood all over. And I started to go, I said, I'm dying, I'm bleeding, I'm dying. And then, because my mum hadn't spoken to school, my mum for 8 years, dear, like, there's no way she's going to start, and so the teachers came, they're like, no, you're not dying, you've got your period. I was like, period? What's period? And first day, my mum came to pick me home from school. She's like, hey, how did you start so early? I don't understand. Anyway, so she started educating me about it. But every month, it was horrible. Yeah. I really wanted to stay at home because it was not nice. It was not pleasant. Yeah. And I always pray that my daughter doesn't get it early because she's a very sporty person like myself, and I can just see her going through a lot of stuff.
I mean, now I'm sure you've started talking to her about it, and
she's 7 now, so
yes, and now you know there are proper ways of taking care of yourself, and you know, quite recently when I was in London, I got to know that there's this mummy sanitary pads, like a panty you can wear to bed. I was like, ooh, and I enjoyed using it. You know, you go to bed with a sound mind.
Yeah, because a lot of women bleed a lot. So I'm one that bleeds for 7 days, and it's really heavy on. Right. And so you find that you're doubling your pads just to go around. Yeah, so it
really helps. Yeah, really helps. So you went to live with your parents in England when you were just around 5, thereabout, and you've been there since.
I've been there since. I went to school there, so I did performing arts.
You did performing arts?
Yeah, so my background is performing arts, acting. I did a couple of TV shows in the UK. I got a part in Judge John Deed, which was a big thing on BBC. And then my dad was like, acting. Sessing. And then at the time also I was into athletics, so I was running as well. I was running for England. And my dad was like,
girlie, what is saying?
And you know, sometimes he won't even talk. The look my dad will give you, you're like, okay, you know what, Dad, I'll be back. You know, kind of, you just don't want to tell him anything about sports. So he was like, apart from this sports thing, this acting thing, and this singing thing, what else do you like to do?
You actually sing as well.
Yes, I used to sing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me one song.
Yeah, right there.
Give me just a line or two.
Okay. What song should I? So I did a gospel album. Yeah, it was a testimonial album.
There's so many sides to you, Dentaa.
No.
Wow.
Uyo nyame, nyame, nyame. Uyo nyame, nyame, nyame. Ona ubo sroni asase. Ona ubo ni muni penyina. Ansano ni pabeye. Okrati asifu ye besumwo. Da.
Wow. Now it rings a bell. Now it rings. I remember a gospel music came out called Dentaa.
Yeah.
Those days I was at GBC, I think breakfast show.
Yes.
Wow.
It was a long time
It's
ago.
the same Dentaa.
It's the same Dentaa.
And the acting, apart from the BBC thing, you also did some soaps as well.
Yeah, I did EastEnders.
EastEnders.
Hobie, so I was extras on those TV shows. And I did a Ghanaian one, Run Baby Run, which was by John Appiah.
With John Appiah and Julia.
And Julia. So I was on that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Opa, what's your father's maiden name? What's your maiden name?
Boating, Mr. Boating.
Mr. Boating. No, Uber TV so not any there. But the Baba TV, that's not there. That's the man who wanted here.
Yes, and he was like, and I love children, so I was like, I love children. And then I was thinking, I could do a pediatric nurse. I could be a pediatric nurse. So I went to university and I studied nursing. And I qualified as a pediatric nurse in 2004. Right. And I've worked ever since as a nurse. So I was in a hospital for 13 years.
So hold on. With all the gooba stuff you're doing, you're still practicing as a pediatric nurse.
I do. So I do agency work just to keep up with my PIN. Because I worked hard for it. And I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
So I try to do as much shifts when I go back to the UK as much as possible. Right. So I keep...
I stress that because most of the time, people think that, the creative industry is good. Yeah. It's awesome. But I believe that you must also have something like a backup.
Absolutely. And, at the time I was doing OBTV, I was doing some of the acting stuff. But the nursing was what sustained me and my family, because it doesn't pay. The media, when you're starting out, it doesn't pay you that much to be able to do what you're doing. Yeah. And so don't be ashamed that, you're doing your acting, but you're also working as a salesperson. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Even at uni, I worked in retail. I was in retail, working in shops, just to keep things going. You have to keep things going. And then, so the nursing, I was doing nights. When I finished my night, during the day, I'm working, gooba. And that's how it just grew. Just, being able to balance.
Do you have siblings?
I have 2 other siblings. I'm the oldest. Okay. And my sister, and then my little brother.
No wonder your dad was worried. She needs to set the example, She
needs to set the example, and I'm happy that he's happy. And sometimes you have to satisfy your parents,
whilst living your dream as well.
Absolutely, and they are definitely happy.
Definitely, okay. Yeah. So a sister and a brother.
A sister, Vesta, and Eric.
Okay, they're all in UK
they're in the UK.
They're in the UK, yeah. Are you happy?
Happy. Oh, very happy. I've got my 4 babies. Yes.
Edufo?
Yes.
Okay. Of all the business you find time. I actually find time.
Yes, I have. That one day he makes me find time because, So my eldest, Nokwari, so all of them have Ghanaian names. Okay. That was one thing that was very important to me, that, I will not name my children any other names but Ghanaian names. So Nokwari,
okay,
he's 11.
Okay.
Adansie,
Adansie,
he's 9.
Okay.
Then Iria, my sunshine. She's 7.
Okay.
And then Eniji.
Eniji.
He's 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So Nokwari.
Adansie.
Area. Eniji.
Yes.
Wow. You have it all.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God, for your
Yes.
life. Wow. That's amazing. So you're happy, you have your kids, you have a very supporting and loving husband who pushes you, believes in you, and is not in competition with you.
No.
He understands what you do and is 100% into it.
Yeah.
You have your career you as a professional, and you are living your passion and your dream.
I am.
You have it all together.
Yes.
And
By
the
God's grace.
spiritual aspect?
Oh, we're firing every night. So spiritually, my husband is a very spiritual person. Even
Is your husband one of the Martin brothers? The
No,
pastors?
he's not.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not. He's not.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's very, very, very spiritual. Even before we do anything, he'll be like, let's pray about it, let's fast over it and make sure it's the right thing to do. So he's the one that keeps me really, really grounded. At times when you're tired to pray, we'll be like, hey, get up. Yes, get up. We have to pray. We have to fast. We have to do this. We have to do that. And so we are very, very spiritually grounded. And also my children, we make sure that everybody prays. Everybody does their prayer before we go to sleep together. And so you have to be, and especially in this day and age where everything is spiritual. And so
the world is not as it used to be.
Yeah, and so you have to really take your spiritual side.
Do you get scared sometimes?
Oh, all the time. All the time. When you're even Gooba, even though I have faith that it would be okay, the US, I was scared. I mean, I left Ghana on a Wednesday. The awards was on Thursday. Yes, the team had flown out like 4 or 5 days before, but I was here still chasing sponsors to make sure that the awards goes on well. Sometimes you have to be the last person to join the team on the ground because you have to make sure that things are solid before things happen. But yeah, no, I get scared all the time. Even when I'm up on the stage and you're doing your speech, I'm nervous in front of the crowd. Even coming here today, I was nervous. I was like, oh. What's the Queen gonna ask me?
Oh, yeah, right.
But it's okay to be nervous, and that kind of gives you the adrenaline and everything as well. So I do get nervous. I cry all the time, but you just have to pull yourself together.
You have to put yourself together. So let me put myself together and take a break and come back, and we'll find out what does this new decade mean to you. Well, let me say thank you to our supporters, Gogot Yogurt, Awake Purified Mineral Water, Juice Time, and then Royal Drinks. We say thank you to them. Thank you to Cake Technique International, Mami Fridays Bakery and Catering Services, and of course, House of Food. Yep, Cleaning Services takes care of our environment, and they are expert when it comes to cleaning services. And please, everything go to them. Kodam's Gift and Stationery, everything gifts, everything from cards to wrappers to everything, and stationery, go to Kodam's and you get sorted. We take a break. When we come back, Dentaa will be giving us her last words. Oh no, we should do part 2. We'll be back. Hi, my name is Ohineyere Gifty, and I'm the author of this book, A Bit of Me. Now, have you read it yet? Have you bought a copy yet? Well, if not, I recommend my own book to you. This book is currently the most sought after inspirational book across the world. For a long time, it was the #1 on Amazon survival biographics category. Yes, the same book written by a Ghanaian, that's me. It's inspirational, it's motivational, and it's very easy to read. The testimonies and the feedback we've had have been amazing. If you haven't got a copy yet, or you have got a copy, can you be kind enough to buy a copy of A Bit of Me and give it out as a present to somebody you care about, somebody you want to motivate, somebody you want to invest into his or her life, somebody you want to bless? You can call 0543 618182, 0543 618182. Grab a copy of A Bit of Me and give it out as a present to yourself, to your family member, to your child, and to a loved one, and even to a stranger. Thank you. Welcome back to The Standpoint. What do you make, of this year of return that we had,
Yeah.
I know you've been involved in it for a very long time.
Yeah, no, so the Year of Return is a great initiative to really rally 400 years since slavery. You know, people in Ghana, we don't really feel the way the Americans feel about slavery. You know, because we're in Ghana, you know, we're okay. We don't have kind of the same type of feeling that they had. When they come back, when they go to the slave castles and they feel that, you know, what our ancestors went through. And so it's a great initiative to really welcome them back, reunite with them, because a lot of African Americans are kind of lost. They're not sure where they're from, and they keep forgetting that they're from Africa.
And identity matters.
Identity.
If you do not know your identity, you're lost.
You're lost. So a lot of them are lost. And so this was a great way to get them back. You know, we have so many people that have come, from Steve Harvey to just normal African Americans that have come, that want to experience Ghana, that want to find out more about their roots and where they're from. I'm a brand ambassador for Royal Senchi.
Royal Senchi, right.
Yes. And for the Year of Return, it was really important for us to really get a lot of numbers in. But what happens after, which is beyond the return, looking at investment opportunities for them, looking at resettlement for them, some of them that want to move back home, and really just encouraging them that this is your home, let's make it better. You know, you were shipped out there to make America better. You're the ones, Black Americans are the ones that built America. In essence, before
Many of the inventions.
Yeah. And so, you know, how do we use their talent that they've gained from there back home to Ghana? And it's the same for us indigenous Ghanaians who have moved back. You know, how do we bring our skills back to the motherland, which is important for development of any country. You know, we learn other skills when we go out, and so it's really important for us to bring that back and connect with the Ghanaians here.
So what's this decade? What's it about? What does it mean for you personally?
It means, for me, it means that we need to look beyond our situation now. We need to empower more women, more girls. I feel like, even though I do the Goober Awards, I feel like we still need to showcase our role models to the young youth. I remember when my kids were going to school, Aria particularly, the girl, you know, she kept on wanting straight hair. Because she saw that, you know, her friends had blonde hair and it was straight, and every time that she was combing her hair, it was tough and it was hard, you know. But I started teaching her that her hair is unique it's curly, it's kinky, it goes into afro. You know, you can twist it and it becomes curly. We really need to learn how to love ourselves. Even when I was growing up in the UK, when I was young, I wanted to be white at the time because I felt like black was dirty.
Yeah. And you're being bullied, but because
I was
of your
being
colour.
bullied
Yeah,
because
so
of
you
my
wanted to
colour.
belong.
I wanted to change all of that. But then, you know, we need to educate our children now to love their skin, to love their hair, to love themselves. Because as you see social media, a lot of people are, you know, changing their skin colour, they don't understand it, and they don't understand the repercussions of that, skin cancer, and not being even toned, and all of that. So I feel like this next decade, we really need to start loving ourselves and giving our children role models, because they are the ones that are going to carry on the legacy for us. And you see a lot of things on social media and you're just like, shake my head. You're just like,
I know,
shake
right?
my head.
Sometimes you just want to
Yeah, you know,
really
it's just,
fight,
yeah.
but say something, but you're like,
Yeah, you just feel like, you know, but I feel like let's start now.
Yeah.
Let me and you start now. Encouraging, I mean, through this show, through, you know, things that we do, speaking engagements, we can only just encourage them to love themselves, how you are. I think that's really vital for us moving on the next generation. And, you know, making sure that women are in the right positions as well.
right.
Key positions, so that they know that there's role models out there. We've seen that there's, I think it was I can't remember which country, but there's a 34-year-old woman that's now
Finland.
Yeah, in Finland there's a prime minister of Finland. So it's, you know, it's there. We can do it. Gradually, things
Yeah.
are changing.
And in UK now we have 2 Ghanaians, the British Ghanaians, who are representing the Labour Party in
the UK.
the
So
UK Parliament.
It's great. It's great.
What is your advice or your wish for any girl, young woman, older woman, watching you across the world?
So I would say there's 2 things. There's one thing, there's a quote from Nelson Mandela that I love. It always seems impossible until it's done. So sometimes you look at your situation, you look at what you're doing and you're thinking, oh, God, am I going to be able to do this? But when you look back, you're like, wow, I did it. So at the beginning, it looks challenging. The fear of it, you know, kind of puts you off. But gradually, if you take those steps, you'll see that it gets done. And another thing that I go by is ships only sink because of the water that gets into them. Okay? So if you allow things to get into you, you will sink. You have to offload that to God. I know in the situation it's very hard, but ships can only sink when water gets into them. We as human beings can only sink and fail when we listen to those things, those negative things that are coming into us. That's when you will sink, because you hear those negative things, or people are saying this and people are saying that, or you know, you have the fear in you. Then you start thinking, no, I can't do this. Have you seen that picture where the person is really close to a gold mine, but then he's turning back? And sometimes we just have to keep going until you hit that gold, and everything that you have worked for, all the sweat, all the tears, you see the last fruitation of it.
Dentaa, I'm always proud of you.
Thank you.
What does your name mean to you?
Dentaa.
It's a unique name.
It's a very unique name, and I've made my own meaning from it. Someone that's strong, fearless, and God-fearing.
And that's really you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a privilege to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure this will be one of the programs that will be watched over and over again on our Facebook and then our YouTube channel.
Amen. Thank you so much for having me. And you are somebody that's an inspiration to us as well. You are somebody that I also look up to as a role model. And thank you for being you. And thank you for standing up for women and for girls, because we appreciate you. that you can stand in there and you can be one of us and talk for us and stand for us. So I really appreciate you as well. God bless you.
Thank you. And keep making us proud.
Thank you.
Keep making us proud.
I will try.
We take a break. When we come back. Oh, how can people follow you or get in touch?
Oh, so I'm on social media, Dentaa_show. So DENTAA_show. And that's on my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah.
I'll be back with a bit of me. You know, 2019 was something else. You know, there were moments when I was really afraid of what was going to happen next. In fact, I was lost. I didn't know what was going to happen, but then I kept moving. I kept encouraging, I kept laughing. You see, fear is part of life. Being afraid does not mean you don't trust God or you don't believe in God. It makes you human. But staying in fear and allowing fear to rule your life and to ruin your life is what you shouldn't allow. I remember one of the things that my father told me, Reverend, is to Danna-Banana. I call him my father because I don't only talk about spiritual things with him. He treats me like a true daughter. The early days of the Standpoint, when other people started having women's discussion shows and women's shows like us, he said, Gifty, don't be afraid of people doing what you do. Because you know what? This vision God gave to you. And no matter what anybody does, the show can never be called The Standpoint. It can never be hosted by Gifty Auntie. And how it is done can never be like yours. It can be a copycat, but never you, because you bring something. My dear one, you carry something. This year, I want you to know that you carry something very special that no one else carries, so don't be afraid. When life is passing you by, when people seem to be achieving, and you carry something, remember. You carry something. And at the appointed time, that thing will be birthed. And when it comes out, it will be so glorious. It will blow your mind. Remember, though it tarries, it will definitely come to pass. We don't know the time. Some will give birth early on in life and have a child or 2 or 3. Yours will come and you have twins. 2 women married to the same man may go and have children. One will have a girl, one will have a boy. Twins born by the same woman do not have the same destiny. No, it can't happen. So never be afraid. Live your dream. Live your life. Don't forget the God factor. Stay focused. Be determined and be passionate. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. And be long-suffering. Endure the difficult times. Learn and pray about how to go around it. Don't run away from the challenges. They will come. Oh, this year the challenges will come. But I pray that God will give you the strength to overcome the challenges. He will give you the wisdom. Like the Bible says, yet though you will go through the valley of the shadow of death, you should not fear no evil, because he will always be with you, if only you can call on him. This year, don't be afraid. The fear will come, but don't let it overrule you. I remain the woman with super crazy faith in God by miracles and testimonies. I live it every day. But yes, I do have my fears. Thank God for wisdom. Thank God for wisdom. Woman, what is your story? Get ready to have a different story. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.